Hello, मेरे प्यारे बच्चों. Welcome back. I know, your exams are just around the corner and you're all studying so hard. So today we're going to revise one of the easiest, most fun, and you know what? Highest scoring chapters in your whole book, data handling and presentation. Trust me, after this little session, you are going to get full marks in this chapter. Pakka.
But first, let's start with a very, very important question. A question that divides the nation. What is India's favorite sweet? Is it that crispy, sugary, amazing jalebi? Or is it the soft, syrupy, melts in your mouth gulab jamun? How would we even figure this out? Well, the answer, my champions, is hidden in something super cool called data.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Before we can answer these big, important questions about sweets or cricket scores, we really need to understand what we're working with. So what is this thing called data, anyway?
Now, don't worry, it's not some big, complicated, scary word. Not at all. Data is just, well, it's just information. Simple info. Like, for example, if I asked everyone in your class, hey, what's your favorite color? That whole list of colors I get back, yep, that's data. Or if we measured the weight of every student in your class, that list of numbers, also data. It's just a bunch of facts collected together. Easy peasy.
Now, when we first collect data, it can be really messy. Like a super messy room, but don't you worry because we have a little magic trick up our sleeves to organize it all and make sense of the chaos. Let's talk about the magic of tally marks.
Just imagine your friends Navya and Naresh ask everyone in the class about their favorite game. They end up with this long, messy list. Cricket, hockey, football, cricket, kabaddi, cricket, football, hockey. Oh my goodness, it's so confusing to just look at. How can you tell really quickly which game is the most popular? It's just a jumbled up mess.
And this is where tally marks save the day. Look at what Sri Nilesh, a teacher just like me, did. He wanted to find out his class's favorite sweets. So for every student who liked jalebi, he drew one line. But here's the really clever part. When he got to the fifth student for any sweet, he didn't just draw another line next to it. No, he drew a line cutting across the first four. This makes a nice little bundle of 5. So when you're counting, you can just go 5, 10, 15, super fast. Isn't that smart?
So, have a look at this neat little table. Can you tell me, just by looking, which sweet was the most popular? Which one did Sri Nilesh need to get the most of? Of course, you can. You just look for the group with the most tally marks. And it's Grujia, with 13 students. See, tally marks just turned a really confusing problem into something super simple. Simple, Hannah. All right, so now that we know how to organize our data, let's learn how to make it look amazing. You know, if tally marks are like making neat notes, then what we're going to learn next, pictographs, are like creating a beautiful, colorful Instagram post for our data. They literally use pictures to tell the story. Just look at this pictograph right from your textbook. It shows how students travel to school. Now, instead of writing numbers, it uses these little pictures of a student. It's so easy to see, just at a glance, that the most students come by school bus. You can see 5 little pictures there. You don't even have to count that carefully. You just see the longest line of pictures. So cool. But hang on a second. What if a school has like 1,000 students? Or what if we're counting all the cars in a big city? We can't draw 1,000 pictures, can we? We'd run out of paper. So what do we do then?
And here is the genius solution. Look very, very closely at the top of this table. You see where it says 1 smiley face equals 10 children? That little piece of information is called the key or the scale, and honestly, it is the most important part of this whole picture. Remember this for your exams. By using a scale, we can show massive numbers with just a few simple pictures.
Okay, pop quiz. A quick exam question for you. Look at the sometimes row there. It has 2 full smileys and 1 half smiley. Now, if 1 whole smiley face means 10 children, how many children does that little half smiley represent? Socho bacho? That's right. It's half of 10, which is 5. So the total is 10 plus 5, which is 25 children. You are definitely going to see questions like this in your exam.
All right, my champions, are you ready to level up? Because we're moving on to the pro level of showing data. If pictographs are like fun Instagram posts, then bar graphs, well, they're like the big, impressive skyline of a city. They're professional, they're super clear, and you will see them everywhere, from the news on TV to your favorite cricket match analysis. Whoa, take a look at this. This bar graph is showing the population of India in crores.
Can you even imagine trying to draw a bar for every single person? No way! That's why the scale is so important here. If you look at the side, you can see that 1 unit of height on this graph means 10 crore people. Choosing a good scale is the real secret to making huge numbers easy to draw and easy to compare.
All right, let's get some practice with a real exam-style question. This bar graph here shows the number of different insects someone found. You can see along the bottom, that horizontal line, you have the names of the insects. And going up, on the vertical line, you have the number of insects. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, so here's the question. From this graph, which insect was found the most number of times? The trick is so simple. Just look for the tallest bar. Which one is it? Take a look. And the answer is caterpillars. See, the bar for caterpillars goes all the way up to the number 10 on the side, and that's higher than any other bar on the graph. That's it. You just answered a typical bar graph question. See? Easy marks for you. Wow, we have covered so much, my champions. So now, let's do a super quick revision with some smart tricks and final tips, just to make sure you are 100% ready for your exam. I'm sure you see stuff like this all the time on YouTube and Instagram, right? They're called infographics, and this one is so cool. It shows the tallest mountains on each continent. It's basically a bar graph, but it's been made to look super artistic and fun. See? Data is everywhere around us. It looks amazing, doesn't it? But listen up. Here's a pro tip for you. You have to be a smart data detective. Sometimes fancy graphs like this can be a bit misleading. Imagine someone wants to make one mountain look much bigger than another. They might make the bar taller, but they might also make it wider, just to trick your eyes. So the number one rule is always read the numbers and check the scale. Don't let pretty pictures fool you. Okay, ready? Quick fire revision. Let's go. What is data? It's just simple information. What do we use to organize messy data? Tally marks. What uses pictures to tell a story? Pictographs. And what's the most important thing in a pictograph? The scale. What uses bars? Bar graphs. And what's super important there? A good scale. And the golden rule for all of them, always read the titles, the labels, and the scales carefully. And that's it. You are now masters of data handling. Seriously, it's one of the simplest chapters, and you can so easily score full marks. Just stay calm in the exam hall, read the questions carefully, and remember all these simple tricks we talked about. You've got this. All the very best, my champions. Go and ace that exam.